Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to make this cute teddy. I have embroidered a little rose on his head, just like a hair clip or something. And a backpack. I tried to make her a little dress. And this is another one. I made a yellow flower, and I made 3 teddy bears here just to show the sizing, how it works. For this, this is a bigger one. For this big teddy, I've used a 3.5 mm hook, and I've used the same double knitting acrylic yarn for all the 3. So here you can see little gaps in them, but it's not that bad. And this is made with the same acrylic yarn, and I've used a 3 mm crochet hook for this. This is better than this one. You can see the gaps are a little lesser than this, and this is the smallest, youngest one, and this is made with 2.5 mm hook. So I don't see any gaps in here. So today I'm going to be making them in Signet DK yarn. This color, what's it called? Burnt orange. I'll use the 2.5 mm hook today, and before I go ahead, I think I've already shown this in other videos. I've just added this bunny in his backpack, so it looks cute, bunny and panda. It's like carrying a bunny in his backpack. Isn't he cute? Oh, I love these. Okay, let's go ahead and start. So I'm using I would need a 2.5 mm hook, scissors, and darning needle, and eyes. So I'm using 6 mm safety eyes for making this teddy bear. I'm also using this Gorilla super glue to for extra safety for the eyes. So we'll go ahead and start. So you just need to know the basic stitches to make these teddy. That is the magic ring and single crochet, slip stitch, slip knot. That's it, and decrease and increases. So to begin with, make a magic ring. So I don't want to waste my yarn, but if you're not so very good with holding the ends, so you can leave long ends here, and then make a circle and put your hook underneath this yarn and bring the other side of that yarn out and hold it carefully. Hold this ring carefully and take your finger out and bring the long end on the other side. Then just chain 1, okay. Now we have to go ahead and make 6 single crochets into this ring. Just insert your yarn and yarn over, and then yarn over and pull through 2. So this is single crochet. You've made 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 5. So I need to add the last single crochet here. There you go. So we've made 6 single crochets. Now hold this end and this one and the single crochets tightly, and then pull this tail until there's no gap in between here. We'll be making it in continuous rounds, so if you are not good at keeping up with the counts, we'll have a what do you say, stitch markers here. So I don't usually use the stitch markers, but if you are happy using it, you can use these stitch markers. So what you have to do is, you have finished this row. When you start the second round here, so you can count if you're unaware where to start, just count backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. This is the 6th single crochet, so you have to make a single crochet here for the second round. Just make this single crochet and then use the stitch marker, okay. And then go ahead and make it. If you don't have stitch marker, do not worry. I'm not comfortable using the stitch marker unless if it's a big project. This is quite small, so for me stitch marker is not that comfortable. So what I do is have this small piece of yarn. Before I start this stitch, take this out and put this yarn here, place this yarn on in between here, the 2 stitches, and then do the single crochet, okay. So this is where it has to start and end. You end your row on top of the stitch here, okay. So for the second round we have to increase, that is, do 2 single crochets in each of the single crochets you've done in the first row. So I've done 1 single crochet in the first stitch, 1 more single crochet, then 2 single crochets in the same stitch, then 2 more in the next one, two more in the next, and 2 in the next one, and 2 single crochets in the last 2 stitches. So in total you will have 12 single crochets in this round. So you can go ahead and count this backwards. 1 2 3 4 5. Sorry, I lost track. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 and 12. Okay, so for the third round, what you have to do is make 1 single crochet in the first stitch and 2 single crochets in the second, 1 single crochet in the third and 2 single crochet in the fourth. So you'll have to repeat 1 2 1 2 till the end of this row. 1 single crochet and 2 single crochets in the next, 1 single crochet and then 2 single crochets in the next, 1 single crochet and 2 single crochets in the next. Repeat this till the end. For row 4, for this you will have a total of in row 3 you will have a total of 18 single crochets. For row 4 you will have to single crochet in the first stitch, single crochet in the second stitch, and in the third stitch you'll have to make 2 single crochets. That is, the pattern would be 1 1 and 2, 1 1 and 2, 1 1 and 2. So I'll make one more, 1 single crochet in the first stitch, 1 single crochet in the second, and 2 single crochets in the third stitch. Repeat this. You will have a total of 24 single crochets. So I've finished row 4. For the 5th row, we've left to make 1 single crochet in the first stitch, 1 single crochet in the second, 1 single crochet in the third, and 2 single crochets in the fourth. That is 1 1 1 and 2, 1 1 1 and 2. Repeat this for the whole of the row. You will have 30 single crochets at the end of this row. So I've completed row 5. After this, from row 6 to row 9, you just make single crochets in all the stitches, like just 1 single crochets each. In each stitch for the next 4 rows, that is 6 7 8 and 9. Okay, I have completed row 9. So leave your stitch marker here, and then single crochet in the next 3 stitches, 1 single crochet, 2 and 3. Now make a decrease. I make invisible decrease. That is what doesn't give you big gaps in between when you make a decrease, or you can't see the decrease made here. It looks like a single crochet. It's all very close knit. So I'll show you how to make the invisible decrease. Just take the front loop of the first stitch and go to the second stitch and take the front loop, and then yarn over and make a single crochet as you do, and yarn over, and this is an this is an invisible increase. I'll show you again. So insert your hook in the front loop of the first and then go to the front loop of the second and take it, and then yarn over and make single crochet as usual. So that's a decrease. So you can't make out if you've made a decrease or you've made a single crochet. So that's how you make invisible decrease. And then go ahead and make 3 single crochets in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and in invisible decrease. Repeat this 3 single crochets and then decrease, 3 single crochets, decrease. So it comes up to 24. That is because you've reduced it from 30 to 24. So I've finished row 10. Now we have 24 single crochets in that row. Now what we have to do is we have to add the safety eyes to this teddy here. So what we do is we have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and the eyes go in between 6 and 7 here. So I'll take out the 6 mm safety eyes. These ones are not that hard. You can just break it or pull it through. So that's why I use Gorilla Glue to make sure the eyes don't come off easily when the kids use these. So what we have to do is count up till 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So place the eyes in between 6 and 7 here. When you place the next one, make sure you can see 4 stitches in between. So I can see the stitch 1, 2, 3 and 4. No, I think there are 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll move this one here. Okay. Then turn your work like this and add this backing. Okay. And then have this Gorilla Glue. Just glue it in between here, where you have used the backing, so it stays strong. And leave it for a couple of minutes. I forgot to add one more important item that you need for this project. For all the amigurumis, you need toy stuffing. So I use the CE tested Hobbycraft toy stuffing for my makes. They're very soft and it's safe for kids. So once you're done, leave it for a couple of minutes, and then, because you don't want the glue to stick to your hand, now bring the stitch marker to the next row here. Make 2 single crochets in the next 2 stitches, 1 and 2. Then make a decrease, one, 2, and make a decrease here. So repeat 1, 2 and decrease, 1, 2 and decrease. So this is the Hobbycraft yarn, toy stuffing that I was talking about. It is completely CE tested yarn and it's washable. So let's use this and fill this up. Just make sure you have stuffing in between here, behind this. Then as much as you can, you have to fill it, so when you squish this head, the shape, it should be able to come back to the same shape. Or it's not too thin and it loses its shape. If it loses its shape, it means that you might need more yarn, more stuffing, sorry. Okay, once you're done, for the next row, make 1 single crochet in the next 4 stitches. One, two, three, and 4. Then decrease. One, two, three, decrease, and once more, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then make a decrease. So you're done with the head. Then leave a long tail to sew it to the body later. Okay. Now we'll make the body. Same as the head, make a magic ring and make 6 single crochets. 1. You can repeat this and see how I made the magic ring when I do the head. Since it's a repeat, I'm just making it quickly. So 6 single crochets, you have the yarn end, pull it tight. You can use a stitch marker here and make 12 single crochets, that is 2 single crochets in each stitch, increase it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. There's a stitch marker here, and then for the third row make 1 single crochet in the first stitch and 2 single crochets in the second stitch. Repeat this. You will have 18 single crochets in this row. For the next row, you'll have to make 24 single crochets. So 1 single crochet in the first stitch, 1 single crochet in the second stitch, and 2 single crochets in the third stitch. So repeat this 1, 1 and 2, 1, 1 and 2, the whole of the row. So finished row 4. Then for from row 5 to 7, just make single crochets in each stitch. 5, 6 and 7. For the next 3 rows, just make 1 single crochet in each stitch around. So I've made 3 rows, that is 5 to 7, 5, 6 and 7, and for the next row, that is row 8, make 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and then decrease. One single crochet, 1 single crochet, and decrease. So repeat this row, that is 1 1 1 and decrease. You will have 18 you will have 12 single crochets, right? No, 18 single crochets, and then for the next 2 rows just make 1 single crochet in each stitch. That is, after this 1 1 decrease row, make 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches. That is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. After the 8th row, the 9th and 10th row is going to be just single crochets. Okay, this is 1 1 decrease and then single crochet in the next 2 rows. So I've completed row 10. That is, I've made 2 rows of single crochet, and then for the 11th row make 1 single crochet in the next 4 stitches. And then decrease. Repeat this, 4 single crochet and decrease, 1 2 3 and 4, and then decrease, make another 4, 1 2 3 and 4, then decrease. For the next row, make just single crochets in each stitch, which will come up to 15 single crochets, and then cut the yarn. I'll show you at the end. So I've completed the last row. I've made single crochet in each stitch. It comes up to 15 single crochets. So this is the end of this body. So you have to slip stitch to the next stitch here, yarn over and pull through, slip stitch, and just cut your tail here, because you don't need longer ends, because the head has a longer end to weave in. So just leave it. So all you have to do is stuff this and keep it ready. What I do is I stitch them up and keep it ready, because I don't want to lose these parts whenever sometimes I make bulk projects. So you tend to lose the amigurumi parts, then you'll have to make a new one again. Especially this Christmas time is you'll have too much of orders, and you'll have to keep up with them. Sometimes I've lost the parts, and then it's like it's just lying there and you're not able to find it because you have too many orders and all are mixed up. So what I do is, as soon as I finish these two, I sew them up and keep it ready. But it's up to you. You can make all the parts together, do it, and then start sewing them together. So I've used a darning needle. So what I do is I try to bring these ends to the back. Okay. So what you do is, because it's dangling here, just make it the stitch here firm. And then now stitch the bottom, that is the body with the head, Okay. Just pull them tight as you go, so you don't want any gaps in between them. So it's almost done. So what I do is, after I sew them, I just bring them to the back of this body, so I can make a tail with this long ends that that are left over. You can adjust it later.